Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If we have any gentlemen in here, how is everybody? Can everybody hear me okay? It's okay, Jen. You ready to come up? There you go. Good, I'm glad. We're going to give everybody a few more minutes to get in here. We're going to let Jen jump up here. Robin, if you decide you want to jump up and have a word or two, you're more than welcome to, hon. Is there another friend named Lisa now? So we had Dawn and what was the other one's name? You're welcome, Sweet Pea. You have to show your face, Jen. You know I'm just messing with you. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, hit the wrong button. Now you got me.
Okay.
Okay, cam off.
Yeah, that was their names. Dawn and Kathy. And now there's Lisa, huh? Lord.
What did I miss?
Oh, somebody said that Candace is staying with a friend named Lisa now.
And what happened to Kathy?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. Oh, look. That's for you, Jen. Do you see it?
Not yet, no.
It's on the screen. Can you see it on the screen? Well, anyways, Rockin' Robin says, hey, pretty lady Jen.
Oh. Hi, Robin. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Hi.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to forget her. Trust me. Hi, Miss Kathy. Hello, Redmilla, Angie, Robin, Susan, Shamilla, Tinfoil.
Lost you, Nana.
You lost me. Is it me or you? Can you hear me? Jen? Can everybody hear me okay, guys? You're fine, Kathy. You're not real late. We're waiting for everybody to come in anyways. Hello, Miss Karen Avery. Hi, TT. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, guys, because Jen said she couldn't hear me. Jen, can you hear me now? I think Jen's the one with the problem. Hello, Debbie? Is that Miss Debbie Cash? Is that you, Debbie? Debbie. Well, if it's you, Debbie, just hello. I'll let Tor know you were in here. Hello, Anna D. So is everybody doing good tonight? I have got a request. I would like to go ahead and just get it out there and, so we can, not meaning to get it over with, but so that we don't get off topic and forget about it. One of our mods, guys, is going through a really rough time. He's had some tragedy in his family and his life. And we want extra prayers and love sent his way.
I'm back. Sorry.
That's okay, hon. I don't want to go into everything that's happened, but just send up love and prayers for him, okay? Right, Jen?
Yes, ma'am, please. Everybody, all of our prayer warriors, send them prayers up. Ask your family if they pray to please pray. Leland is really going through it right now.
Thank you, Shalima. Yes, be respectful in chat. Okay, guys. Now, on with the topic. First of all, I would like to see ones in the chat if you believe that is not Grandis in the truck. Saying no.
I don't believe no way is that Grandis.
I don't either.
I think we have all heard Grandis's voice, and she has a very gravelly voice, like she's a 10-pack a day smoker.
It looks like it's getting pretty unanimous here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do we have any suggestions? Hello, wee Scottish Ma. You're new. Welcome to Nana's Angels. Welcome to everybody that's new, guys. Please make yourselves at home. You're more than welcome for your opinion, thoughts, theories. It don't matter. You can put them out here. Nobody judges you.
Yeah, Cosmic Dreamer says she thinks that it was Marlena, in her opinion.
I believe so myself.
I'm with you on that one. I've said that from the get-go.
Hello, Mrs. 426. Glad to see all the new people here, and I'm especially glad to see all my loyal people here. Hello, Cheryl. You think it was Allie? I know I would love to have a clip of Marlena's voice. I really would. So is that, other than Allie and Marlena, is that the only people that we think it could be? Who is Marlena Crawford? Do you remember the picture of the baby when she looked real sick and she was with another little girl? She looked like she was from the third world country. Well, the other little girl with her is Marlena's daughter. And allegedly, hypothetically, Marlena's daughter was going to spend the night with her on the 14th. And something happened during the night and she had to come and pick her up. But I've also heard that Marlena was actually staying up there at the time that the baby went missing. Oh, you're fine, hon. You don't have to introduce yourself. Hello, Miss Clementine. You believe it was the infamous Grandis?
I wonder if I can find that clip on my phone and send you the link for it so you can play it.
What clip? What clip?
Of the woman saying no.
Oh.
And sorry for the sirens, guys. It's hot, so the door's open.
It's fine. We don't matter. It don't matter. With all the people coming and going up there, who knows who it could be. But it sounds a bit like Robin. Wish we had Marlena's voice. I can tell you when John Davis did his little test on the nose, and he had everybody going through. I've listened to that, and if you guys will go back and listen to his video where he has that, the way they say the no, and Hunter says no, those are exactly almost the same speech patterns. Only difference is you can tell Hunter is a boy, and it's a female voice that says it. So from the get go, I thought it was Allie's oldest daughter, especially because the speech patterns match with Hunter's.
I thought for a minute there that it could have even been Leslie.
Who does Marlena live around the corner from the Wells? I don't know. I know she's up in Beach Creek and Ben Hill all the time, from what I understand. Did Marlena do an interview with Candace? Oh, I don't think so.
If she did, I haven't seen that.
Why would CW even ask if Summer's arm is up when she can look in the rearview mirror and see it? I don't know. That's a good question. John Davis is a good channel. I like him a lot. I respect him and Brandy. Auntie M, it doesn't have the southern draw to it. That's another thing I was thinking about, because it don't sound southern. But if he was scared, his voice might have been higher. True. But if y'all go listen to it, because I've not had the opportunity to try to gather all those no's together, but John Davis has got all the no's together. And if you'll go listen to Hunter's and then listen to the no in the video, I'm telling y'all. Oh, I as far as I know, she wasn't, but I mean, she could have been. I would like to hear it if that is who it was. I thought I watched all of them, but maybe I didn't. I read Candace has H edit videos to keep it all. I am guessing Summer.
Did anybody watch Harsh Reality earlier today?
About Hunter being expecting to be a father?
Yep.
I didn't watch it, but I concluded it from the title.
Yeah, there's another one that's going to end up being lost in the system or just lost.
They had filters on whoever it was because none of Candace's tattoos showed up, right? I seen that somebody did a video on that. Too lazy to even glance in the rear view. Yeah, probably. Kathy was the one at the Q&A. Okay. And there was no way Summer could have had her arms up due to the placement of the darn milk jugs. I think the video was made for a reason, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure that's what we all think. Hi, Joe Popwick. How are you today, hon? Hello to all the new people coming in. The video was edited and messed with to make it look that way. Hello, Miss Selena Dixon. It's good to see you here, sweetheart. Another pitfall road to go. Now it's H's turn. Yeah, true. Yes, to hear that Hunter is going to be a father at such a young age, it makes me very sad for Hunter, for that baby, for the whole situation. That's true, Jam. So, do we all pretty much agree that woman, whoever it was in the truck, was too young to have been Grandis? To me, it sounded like she's maybe in her late 30s, late 20s, early 30s.
That's what I'm thinking. And we all know that Candace likes to hang around a group of people that's way too young for her to be around.
Well, I wouldn't say late 20s, early 30s would be too young for her to hang around, but
Well, she is still in her 30s, isn't she?
she's 39. Well, she just turned 40. I believe her birthday is May the 3rd. Guys, while I got you in here, I want everybody to show up next Thursday. We are going to do, and it's not a game, but it is to break up the monotony. We're going to do a summer trivia next Thursday night at 5 o'clock. For all the people who are interested, and I will be giving away a Nana's Angels t-shirt to the winner. There's going to be some pretty hard questions in there, so I hope y'all know your summer's trivia. Exactly. Her voice is just too gravelly for that to have been her. Yeah, she likes them teens, don't she? Does anybody know where Candace is at right now? His mama should have taught him improper. Yeah, she should have.
Well, hopefully, if the rumor is true about Hunter, he turns out to be a better father and doesn't follow his mother and father's example.
Came from a highly dysfunctional family. His future and the baby is not a good one. Well, that's not always true. I mean, honestly, most likely it probably is, but it's not always a for sure thing. Who knows? That baby could be the next president of the United States. Well, maybe not the next one, but maybe become the president.
Lord help us.
Yeah, I know where she needs to be too, sweetheart. Okay, Jen. Jump us onto a subject here.
Oh, okay. We knew we were going to talk about The Voice. Let's go to all the different vehicles in and out of there yesterday, or not yesterday, but what you and I were talking about yesterday as far as the blue van, red car, green truck.
Yeah, how many different vehicles are they saying that's been in and out of there on the day Summer went missing? Does anybody know?
We knew of Grandis's truck. We heard that there was, what Candace said, something about a blue truck or a blue van. And of course the Subaru, but that didn't come until way after.
Yeah, that showed up just a little while ago. And you know, it's true. Parents set the example and children usually follow it, but I broke the cycle. A teenage pregnancy, my mama had me right after she turned 17. I had my first at 30. Well, I'm proud of you, hon. Here we go. Red truck, blue van, green SUV. Could that SUV have been a Subaru guy, or not a Subaru, Suburban? Because I heard through the grapevine that they know for a fact that she went in and out of there in that green Suburban twice. I didn't know that they had terminated Andrew Hiltz's channel. Yeah, it definitely needed done for sure. That's probably why they done it. And it might have had something to do with all those pandas that he had sitting around. Does anybody want to come up on panel and talk? In my opinion, the tree trimmers know and has talked to LE, everyone between 8 and 5:30. Well, they talked to Ziggy too, remember? They're the ones that verify. I think they're pretty much out of the whole day. They're the only people that wasn't from that hill or that group that said that they even seen the baby that day. Yes, Cheryl, he had a very foul mouth. I think that's what Jody Sue Brown said, Suburban. Yeah, the one that was getting it up the driveway. That's truly the only cycle I broke. LOL. I repeated her steps after that of addiction, alcoholism, etc. But Jesus has me now, so I'm all good. I'm so happy to hear you say that, honey. Thank God. In my opinion, it's the ones we don't hear, like Marlena and the tree guys. I'm sorry, guys. I can't get Marlene out of my head. And
And it
everybody's telling me,
seems like she is definitely staying out of the public eye.
well, everybody keeps getting on to me because they're saying, well, maybe she's just not like the rest of them. Well, no, you can't say that. The woman threatened me and offered to sell me her story. An innocent person that don't have nothing in it would not do that.
Exactly. If nothing out of the ordinary happened, what would there be a story to?
Huh?
How would there be a story to sell if nothing out of the ordinary happened? If Summer just got gone?
Right. But her specific words was tell her side of things. So that right there is something. I just
Yeah.
finally caught you live. Oh, hello, Victoria. I'm glad you're here, sweetie. I'm so excited, Nana. God bless your sweetheart. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I'm here every Thursday at 5 o'clock, guys. Every Thursday. The only way I would not be here is if I was in a hospital and couldn't talk, and then I'd probably take my computer with me.
Oh, shut your face, woman.
Anyone now know when the baby is due? YouTube baby shower. It can pick up at Walmart. Yeah, I would actually do something like that, but I'd be afraid that they would take and return the stuff and just get the money back. But I mean, if y'all want to do that, I'll host it for you if you want to. Everybody seems to have their story, right? Namaste, darling. Who is Marlena related to the bunch? Yes, she's Jody Sue's ex's cousin. She's Fred Hill's cousin. Evidently, Frank Light, the Sherfies. She's everybody's cousin. Yes, she is very. We all are, Shalima. Bet we could set it up non-returnable. You think so?
I do think that there is a way that you can do that.
Hi, Mercy. I'm glad you're here, sweetheart. When it's a baby registry, you do not get the money back. It was nice. So only get store credit from Walmart, Target, Babies R Us, etc. Only gave store credit. Oh, wow. Okay. Then we could do that. I will not contribute a penny to any of these people. I choose who I give money to. True. I can't blame you for that, hun. That whole hill is kissing cousins, and that's being nice. Kathy. Hi, Nana. I lost my friend 2 weeks ago. Took an internet break. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Tina. My heart goes out to you, honey. Maybe send it all to the sheriffs, as I hear they go feed people's dogs. That
Well, they also take people liquor because they're kind of trapped in their house with all the media circus.
Is that why they gave her Candace liquor? I thought it was because she was so upset that her child was missing and she wouldn't talk to him.
I was under the understanding it was because she couldn't leave the house because everywhere she went, it was a media circus. But I still don't even buy that. What cop is going to take you a bottle of liquor unless they know you personally and are friends with you? Hell, there's some days I wish a cop would show up to my house with a bottle of liquor.
I grew up in a small town, 44 cousins. Might have kissed one. You may have kissed one or two, huh? Geez, 44 cousins.
Robin, did you go out there and sing with them?
Who was the little girl visiting Summer just before she went gone? Allegedly, she called her mom to come get her because she was upset. That is Marlena Crawford and her daughter. We'll just call her daughter by her first initial, which is J. But if you've been watching, you know what the name is.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like you took a trip, but it was a real adventurous one.
Well, Cheryl, my husband, would have to agree with you on that one. Cheryl said that she doesn't drink, but some smoke would be good if the cops are delivering.
I believe it's only Hawkins County, guys.
Damn.
The most important things was diapers, wipes. I was so blessed by gently used secondhand clothing that both of my children had a full wardrobe before they were born from kindness of strangers. Honey, I had 4 kids, trust me, and they had tons of cousins, so pretty much all of it was secondhand. So, but that's the way it is around here. Everybody helps everybody out. Scare all those birds. Your singing would not scare those birds off, Robin. It's legal in California. You can have it delivered to your home. Really?
I think I need to move.
Well, you can get it legally in Colorado too, remember?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I want to go to Colorado. It's crazy there.
Look, in Michigan it is too. Have it delivered just like pizza.
I know where I grew up, they used to, if you needed beer when you ordered your pizza, they'd stop at the store and deliver beer for you too.
Jen, you got it for a minute, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Tina. I hate when she just leaves me up here. Does anybody else want to jump up on panel with us tonight? I know if Nana's feeling anything like me, I'm exhausted today. So I apologize in advance if I'm being quiet and Nana's running the whole thing.
Okay, guys, I'm back. You know what I had to go do, Jen. I had to go get a cigarette. Okay, guys, look, we're going to pick this up. Now, earlier today, I put out a video because somebody was, I won't say they were complaining because I only do Summer's case, but as I said before, give me some ideas, guys. Give me a name. I will do it on top of Summer's case. Give me a name or how to pick out a name from all these kids that are missing.
I have one that's gotten to me from the very beginning, but there's so little information about her that it's hard to even think about talking about her.
Who?
Lena Keel.
Oh, spell that name for me. Lina, but.
Oh, yeah, the last name is Khil.
Okay. Also, somebody put in the comments today about Jalen Griffin from Buffalo, New York. And his parents have no clue when he went missing. and I was fixing to look up information on that when I found out about Breonna Tester's murderer being indicted. So I had to put that video out real quick. Amira Robertson. Can you tell me anything about her, hon? Who controls Hawkins County? Just my opinion. Oh, I missed something evidently up there.
I did too. Who controls Hawkins County? Well, that would be Lawson, wouldn't it?
Well, no, it's the commissioners. Dylan Eller 3 from Truro, Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, huh?
Sorry about that, guys. I'm just...
Now, there's just so many that we could talk about if the information was out there for us to give.
Right. That's what I explained in that video today.
Lena Keel just kind of stuck out as another summer to me because Mom stepped away from her for 3 minutes. And Mom came back, which why you would leave your baby on the playground unattended is beyond me. But she said 3 minutes, and she came back and the baby was gone.
Right. I always forget some of them that we've been talking about lately, guys. Cody Bigsby should have been on that list I read today.
I'm still looking for any updates on Kennedy Hoyle.
There's not going to be any unless somebody actually gets out there and hunts for her. And I don't know how you would go about doing that, because plain and simple, it says her dad admits to throwing her in the river.
Mm-hmm.
But yet he left the car seat behind Walmart,
Which
is 20 minutes away from where he threw her in the river.
This is how many months? 2-3 months ago? Well, probably 3 months ago now.
Early February.
And then the other one that there is information out about, and Mom is in jail, and the mom's boyfriend is in jail, is that little James Hutchinson I was telling you about. That was, I want to say, from 2020, 2021. And he was supposedly tossed in the Indiana River on the Ohio-Indiana border, and he's still not found or washed up or anything.
Right.
So where are these people putting all these babies?
Well, I can almost guarantee you, just like with Angel Overstreet, those 2 infants were sold. Seems there's a lot of common factors with these missing babies. Sorry, bio-donors, drugs, mental health issues makes me so angry. I agree, hon.
Bio-donors is a polite way to put it. I refer to it as a donor and an egg.
You don't
and then
have
with my it's just the sperm donor.
Right on the other side of that shed down there. On the other side of those tubes.
Luciferians, and I was born to rip the veil away. They know who I am.
So
there should be a place you can drop your kid. There is supposed to be, and everybody keeps saying that you're supposed to be able to take your kids to a hospital or a police department or a fire department.
Hospital, fire department, or police department, yeah.
And there's supposed to be no questions asked, but that's not true.
Yeah, no repercussions.
As soon as you do, then they want to know. They do DNA, and they go after the parents for abandoning the children. It is sad to dispose of your own children.
I suppose it's easy to lay down and make them. But then when it actually comes to the responsibility of taking care of them, that's where everybody gets scared, or or like with James Hutchinson, mom got involved with a guy and the drugs and everything else. And it was just easier to get rid of the kids, because she tried to kill all of the kids or get rid of all of them. I want to say there was 3 of them. And she only ended up killing little James and dumping the body. The other children are in state custody. They might be with family by now or adopted out. I haven't checked up on that one.
Doolittle talks. Well, hello, sweetheart.
Hi, Doolittle.
No, I don't know what I didn't know she had a husband, honey. If you know what her husband's name is, please let me know. Unless it's that Anthony Paul guy, or Andy Paul is what they're calling him, but his real name is Anthony. Doolittle, would you like to come up and on the panel, sweetheart? I don't mind one bit dropping the link.
Absolutely. Anybody else that wants to come up and chit chat? I'm not even going to argue tonight. Like I said, I think me and Nana are both exhausted. It has been a very long day.
Yes.
I think I'm still kind of out of it from my husband waking me up at 8 o'clock. I'm usually the one waking him up for appointments.
Marlena Crawford. That was Summer's little friend's mom. And well, it was said that she was staying up at the Wells house for a while. Her and Billy Dishner. Billy Dishner's the one that would sleep out in the sheds when his old lady would kick him out.
And a creepy old guy.
Yeah, she used to live with Don and Candace. Right. Who's in the box? There's that box again, Jen.
Who's in the box?
What box are we talking about? Because I heard about a box.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back going to see if I can find out who Marlena Crawford is married to or not. Do I have the spelling right? Yes, you do, but Sandy, she might be listed under Elizabeth Crawford or Elizabeth Jackson or Marlena Jackson. She goes by both names, Crawford and Jackson.
Oh, Some Beach says your box, Nana. I'm in the box.
Oh, sorry, honey. Yeah, it's no filter. Sorry. See, there's her name.
I'm always in the box.
The comment keeps covering your name up.
Oops.
Honey, even a lot of educated parents do not teach their children about contraception. Kathy, I just watched this mother killer of her own baby. I needed a break and Rap didn't give it up to us today. Doolittle, I'm going to drop the link for you, hon. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome to. I know sometimes creators just like being in the chat, but if you're wanting to come up, you're more than welcome to. I really like your channel. Yeah, she does have about 10 or so. Sound familiar, guys? Sound like Candace? You're driving? Okay. Well, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure that you felt welcome too, if you wanted to, sweetheart. Well, thank you, Doolittle. Sun Beach, OMG, what is wrong with people anymore? This world is getting more evil by the day. I agree. Honey, I heard about a little girl that I watched grow up, and it was said that she'd threatened to harm her children in front of the law the other day. Just blew my mind. And she's not even the kind that would even whip her kids. You're new to this channel, have been following Summer's case from day one. I live in Tennessee as well. Glad to see a new channel that I like. Well, thank you, Anchor. I appreciate that. I live here too, sweetheart. I'm about 20 minutes away from where she went missing. Oh, I'm sorry, Sun Beach. I love your name, by the way.
Some beach somewhere.
Oh, well, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking that there's a movie, Chris Rock, I think, plays on it. Something about a president. It's a comedy, and it's a little short white Southern dude that's supposed to be the president. And that little guy runs around hollering all the time. He hollers, "Some bitch, some bitch."
No,
That's what I
I
think
saw
of.
her name and I got that song stuck in my head. Some beach somewhere. I forget who sings it though.
Um, I can't think of it now. I could have told you if I hadn't wanted to.
Isn't that Brad Paisley? Maybe.
No, it's not Brad Paisley. It's the guy from Knoxville, or he says he's from Knoxville, but he's actually from Mitchell Bottoms. What is his name?
I will find out in just a minute. That's why I like having two devices.
National Missing Children's Day is May 25th, 2022. Thank you, Anna D.
It's Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton? No, that ain't who I thought it was.
Not me. That's not who I thought it was, but according to YouTube, it's telling me that it's Blake Shelton.
Huh. Could this Marlene
Two
be
different
one?
beach songs.
No, Sandy, she's like late 20s, early 30s, if that. I know she's got a daughter that's around the age of 18, and then she's got one that's a couple years older than Summer. And she's kin, I don't know if she's kin to her, but, oh, what was that girl's name? I can't think of the name. You know, the woman that's holding Summer with the sunflowers around her, and she's got the skull tattoo, eating the baby. April Mooney. That she's friends with April Mooney on Facebook. And April Mooney happens to be friends with Candace and her sisters from Wisconsin. But that's who everybody thought was Summer's real mom.
Well, Nana, listen, I'll be damned. It is Blake Shelton.
Driving down the interstate.
Stop.
Stopping. It's already off. I just wanted you to hear so you knew that, yeah, I wasn't thinking Blake Shelton either.
I'll think of it here in a minute who the heck I was trying to think of. I hope you didn't just get me in trouble, lady. So how old do we think this Marlena is, and do we have a town? Yeah, she's from Beach Creek, Rogersville. And she's, like I said, late 20s, early 30s, maybe. Yeah, who is that lady with the sunflower behind her? That's April Mooney. She is friends with Candace and her two sisters when they were growing up. They all grew up together in Wisconsin. She lives in Wisconsin. Cece, that used to help me on my channel, she actually has spoke to her. But the woman's boyfriend hung up the phone and wouldn't allow her to talk. I don't think that this one, there's no way this woman's 51. Hang on a second. Let me pull something up. I'll show you a picture of her.
If it's the picture I'm thinking of, she could very well be 51.
No, she's not, though. She's not. Hang on one second, guys. Let me find her file.
Yes, Sandy, there's the Marlena Crawford that we're talking about. There's no way she's 51.
Hang on, I gotta crop this picture down because I can't find my other picture of her. And I can't put the one with her baby in it back out there. Well, I didn't put it out there to begin with. I covered the kid's face. I don't know, she might be, but I don't think she is. I think she's...
So, the 81.
She might be 40s.
Amazing job of staying in the air. And there are hornet guts.
Could you imagine being 51?
Hornet house parts all over the sucker.
And having a kid?
Hell no.
31, 10, 15, 780 KVs. They're pretty daggone stout, let me tell you. DJI NASA, M2.
Okay. I'm almost there, guys. Hang on.
It's the gimbal's going nuts because it's not in the info yet. Sorry about that, but 81 gimbal.
Okay, share screen.
This is a heck of a graph. Anyway, there it is.
No, dang it. Can y'all see it? Jen, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
That's her, guys.
I can believe she's 51.
Sorry, I've not been paying attention to the chat. What they recorded me after poisoning, trafficking off all my things, but not giving me replacements, someone else too. Esther Ruth. Oh, Lord, I did skip a whole conversation, didn't I?
I missed something too. I'm trying to go back up in here and see what I missed.
Your nephew was friends with Brianna. I'm thinking they were just acquaintances, but got to talk to him to find out. You know, they found her person and put him in jail, right? True, drugs do age you. I agree. She's a minimum of 40. Do you know her, Diana? Yes, she was. Brianna was. Yes, she was murdered. Pew pew shot. One shot.
I must have missed something else up in here too, because I don't know who Jennifer is aside from me.
I don't know either. I seen that. Got to stay on the chat. Keep into the conversation. Nothing found under that name. Yes, I do. Would you like to see it? It's in the video I put out today, but I don't care to show it to you.
Yeah, Nana did put the picture up today. If you go back and watch her video about it.
I'm trying, guys. Hang on a minute. Okay, and we are talking about this guy's name is Billy Joe Anderson. Sorry, I never have this stuff pulled up, guys. That's him. He's 33 years old. And it was over a disagreement they had, evidently.
Well, if he didn't like to go around and pew people, he's a good-looking kid.
Yeah. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, everybody hit the like button, please. Don't lose it, sweetheart. We need you here.
And please, nobody's allowed to lose it.
Oh, Lord, honey, no, this Jen is not Jessica. No, 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 no.
Oh, no.
No, that's not the same person. Absolutely not. Thank you, Sun Beach, for clearing that up. Hello.
Hi, Shannon. Welcome.
Here in chat, I listen, but still, okay, well, you're fine, sweetheart. You go right ahead and listen. Anytime you feel like you want to jump in and have a say, then you do so, okay? It was just some kind of a heated argument between them, evidently. That's what they're reporting anyways. But I was glad to hear that they indicted him and that he's going to be going to jail over it. At least we have justice for one young life that was taken. Oh, you're fine, hon. Stuff done. Thank you, Sandy. Told me that one of his friends just passed away, and I put it together of who it was talking about, but haven't talked to him since. Yeah, you need to call him, sweetheart. Because, I mean, I won't say that was a good day, because that young man has family and a mother and a father and brothers and sisters, and it's horrible that anybody would go down that path, but it's good that at least Brianna's going to get justice. Thank you for all the new people that are in here. Yes, absolutely. If anybody has anything they would like to say and would like to come up on panel, you're more than welcome to. You have to show your face first, though. Oh, I don't know. I hadn't heard that, honey. Did she really?
Victoria, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Victoria, so much, sweetheart. Every little bit helps. It surely does. Thank you so much. Hi, Tony. It's been a while, sweetie. Cannot legally give Candace sodium pentothal. Truth serum. Sodium. What else do you find sodium pentothal in? We were talking about this just last night. Isn't it in some kind of something that you use on a daily basis, or that some people use on a daily basis? I don't understand. There was a live that had a line. It went something like this: you need a license to drive to go fishing and hunting, but any asshole can be a parent. That's true. Shalima, we want that more than anything. Yes. She isn't forgotten ever, but there are others in this world that need some love and eyes too. Waterboarding would help Candace. Oh, I just got smoke in my eye, guys. It's making me cry. Oh,
Waterboarding has been my suggestion for the past 11 months.
well, now if she was a guy, well, we could take Dawn. I heard that the old French torture technique works well. It's a glass rod, and they chain them up to a wall and bring pretty girls out there with skimpy outfits, and they insert the glass rod and then they shatter it. You can't just make up things in Summer's case to have info goodness. No, we can't make up things, and I refuse to make up stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking up the sodium pentothal now. I'm not seeing anything that it would be used in on a regular basis. Just a general anesthesia to relax patients.
Yes, she is. It's past time for her to get justice, hun. Summer Wells has all our hearts, but I don't just work for one case, as many have to work on every case. What if your family was missing? I agree, hun. But then again, you have to have actual info on other cases. And a lot of times, all you have is just the child's name and description. Bickering and calling cops on each other. God says forgive. Yes, forgive. If everyone stopped all this crap on here and got together, they would find Summer. I believe so.
It's easy for us to talk about Summer because her family has made it a circus and given us so much to dissect and talk about. With the other children, we get bits and pieces, like Nana just said, the name and a small description, if that. Half the time, we don't even get an accurate description or even a description of what clothing they were wearing.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Conquest. On this Hitting Explained, I'll be looking at Colossal, the quite odd romantic comedy with monsters starring Anne Hathaway and Jason.
So yeah, we definitely wouldn't sit up here and just make up something to talk about.
Twisting time travel film Time Crime.
Absolutely not.
Nowhere near as confusing as Time Crime, but still leads up to
When it comes to Summer, we can't make this shit up.
So let's dig into the wild world of Colossal and get explained. The movie starts with a video where a little girl is looking for a doll. A huge storm approaches, and from a portal in the sky, a giant.
Telling you, Nana, we need to sit down and write a few books.
Yes, we do.
An important event later, but for now, we move ahead to meeting Gloria. She is a troubled young woman living
We'll
with
figure out a way to get rich.
New York. Gloria is an alcoholic.
I still pray daily for Abby and Libby in Delphi. It bothers me what horrifying death those poor girls went through. Let me tell you about an old case that's horrifying, and you guys need to look it up if you don't already know about it. People here in Tennessee probably do, but it's the Curtis, what's those two kids from Knoxville's name? That girl and that boy in Knoxville, the Christian, Shannon Christians, or I can't remember their names. I think I'm a little behind, but I thought about that truth serum stuff too for Candace and Dawn. Yeah, it definitely would work. Shannon Christensen, and I believe it was the girl's name. Hang on, I'm finding it.
But with Gloria in town, things are about to get a lot more interesting. The next morning, after a night of heavy drinking with Oscar and his pals Bill and Charlie, Gloria passes by kids going to school and walking through.
Shannon Christians and Christopher Newsom out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Y'all need to look up that case. And you want to talk about a horrifying case? That was two teenagers that was going out on a date. They made it to their car. They got in their car, and that was as far as they made it outside their house. It's horrifying, and they wound up having to have two trials over it. Two separate, complete trials. And that was horrifying. What they did to those two kids was unbelievable, and it was 5 people. I tell you why she wanted to know if Summer's arm was up. She was checking for proof of life. True. Hi, sweet sativa. Welcome to everybody new, guys. I'm glad you guys are here. Okay, we won't. Yes, it is, Victoria. It is. I wished I had one, honey.
I have one that I will never in my life open. It's just a collector's edition, but you can drink it. It just will never get opened in my house.
Why is that?
I had a girlfriend send me a bottle of a Post Malone rosé.
Oh, wow.
She got it for me as a late birthday present. And because I have a mild obsession with Post Malone, that bottle will never get open.
Yes, you are in love with him, aren't you?
Oh, yes, ma'am. That boy makes my toes curl.
Oh, we're going to get started on this now. I have a surprise for you. Don't know if it's actually going to go through or not.
Just don't tell Don B I said that.
Well, you better watch out. He's probably in here.
Can't have him thinking somebody's taking his place.
He was thinking about coming up this evening. Whether he does or not's a different story.
Grace us with his presence so I can see the dimples.
I reckon. Thank you, Robin. Ladies, I'm so sorry that we don't have a main topic that we're just sticking to tonight. You have a Grateful Dead wine? Oh, wow. There we go, Robin. We need those glasses of wine, don't we? Yeah, I think everybody thinks he's awesome for some reason.
And he's
another generation of wrong choices. Yeah, I agree, hon. I listened to Jody Sue Brown in the beginning. Then I saw her true colors. She plays that cancer like a fine-tuned fiddle. Her mind is scattered and shattered and goes in more directions than I care to follow. Amen.
Cheryl, bless your heart if you were able to sit through any of that. I can't even sit through somebody else's live or video if it has her voice in it.
Here you go. Here's one from Cheryl. You looking at the screen?
Looking at it.
She's going to steal post from you.
That's another one I'll fight for.
I don't know if she is or not. When somebody made the statement that it was BBK's, and I was trying to figure out when he was up there, and somebody else told me that it could be Ernie Shields too. If I could ever get a hold of Ernie, I'd just ask him flat out. The interview that me and you talked about. Ooh. Oh,
Robin, I'm with you. Nope, can't do it. No.
Why?
Robin said I ain't doing it. Jody Sue Brown, no. Hello, Fuzzy, no.
Oh.
I am 100% with her on that.
Marie, that's true. She can speak perfectly fine when she's swearing up and down, can't she?
Good night, Diana. Thank you for jumping in.
Yes, thank you for being here, hon. Somebody take her a pregnancy test.
Should we get that at the dollar store where she buys all the food for her kids?
Honey, as far as I know, that is her real name.
Yeah, it's just Jody Sue Brown.
In Tennessee, we do go. A lot of people go by two different names.
That's why when you said earlier that somebody was calling you by your name, it was like, wait a minute, I never call her by her name, so it was throwing me all off.
Calling who by their name? Me?
Yeah, you. When you were on the phone earlier,
Oh, yeah.
somebody actually calling you by your name throws me off, because even when I'm on the phone with you, I don't call you by your name. It's always Nana.
Right. Which is fine. That's what everybody calls me. Everybody except that one person that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Dollar store Prego test, so fitting.
Yep.
What's wrong with me? I hear her after Jody. She's saying something about summer, and I was ticked off. I don't blame you, hon.
Does anybody remember back in the beginning that, I don't know who had put it out, or I mean, it came from Jody Sue, but somebody else had brought it out about Jody Sue begging Don not to hurt Candace that evening?
Yeah, that was the day that Summer went missing. Yeah, she did. Well, I mean, from what we know, she did.
Right.
Everything's hypothetical. Like we were saying last night, the only thing we know for sure is she's gone. Well, no, we don't even really know that. For her to be gone, that would mean her parents don't know where she's at. But there's a very good chance her parents know exactly where she's at. And then somebody else said, well, we know for a fact that she's not on that hill. No, we don't know that either.
See, I think she is on that hill. I just don't think it's in walking, talking form.
I agree. That does need to be part of her sentence, Robin. We're wrong about who?
About who? Yeah.
Diana, about Jody Sue.
Good night, Shannon.
Good night, sweetheart. Glad you stopped by, hon. Diana, I'm sorry if we offended you.
I'm not trying to make anybody mad. Last I checked, we all had opinions and could have our own opinions. And you and I aren't putting anything out there that hasn't already been put out there.
Her middle name is Ann, so Jody Sue is the first name. Okay. The Sue is Indian. I looked it up.
That's a mouthful. Jody Sue Ann. I suppose I would shorten it to just Jody Sue too.
Thank you, Shalima.
Is she in a clan? Marie asked if Jody Sue is in a clan.
A clan as in Native American clan, or a clan as in
the other kind of clan?
Are we from Tennessee? I am from Tennessee. Jen is from Ohio. I'm about 20 minutes away from where Summer went missing.
And I did not know Nana prior to Summer. But we have formed a friendship with or without Summer. Yes, with or without Summer, even when, if and when this is all over, we will still have a friendship.
Jody Sue Brown is playing victim, yet she chose to stay and participate for years. Summer is the victim. Hello, Miss Donna. Glad to see you here, hon. She says she's Seminole. I didn't know she was from Florida.
Okay, Nana, you got it for a minute. I gotta run to the kitchen.
Gotcha. Being told what to say, like being controlled, I mean, by others, like in the group. Right. Okay. Karen, you're in Spain? Well, hello, sweetheart. Good to have you here. I'm in Jersey, Channel Islands, not America, Britain. Oh, wow. Well, maybe we're glad to have you here. Well, while we're at it, why don't everybody tell me where you're from, besides the ones that have already done so? I know normally I ask your favorite drink, your favorite song, and your favorite food.
Okay, I'm back. I had to go get a smoke.
Yeah.
And then my dumbass just broke that bowl while we were on the phone, and I go walking in there in bare feet.
Well, that's smart.
I'm pretty sure between me and hubby, we got all the glass up, so I'm safe.
Lana, you have common sense, which the whales lack. I feel so bad for the whales' children. They didn't deserve the abuse they experienced. 2-year-old in Florida that weighed 1 pound more than when born. Oh, that weighed 1 pound more than when it was born. Wow. Kathy, you're just funny. Ha 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 ha. Tracy,
That was a good one, Kathy.
Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Hello. Hi, April. How are you doing, sweetheart? Erie, Pennsylvania. Is that Erie, Pennsylvania 423 or 426?
That's a stone's throw away from Ohio.
Alda, Alabama. Alad, Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah. I believe the saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Jody Sue Brown showed her true self in her Facebook post at the beginning. I'd say Jody Sue showed her true self before it began in her Facebook videos. You're from Scotland, live in Spain for 22 years. Oh, wow. Glasgow here. Well, I sort of figured you were from, Scotland or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
The wee Scottish ma. Hello, John. How are you? Glad to see you here. We're doing good today. If anybody feels the need that they want to get something off their chest, they want to talk, they have something to say, you are more than welcome to jump up here on panel and have your say, guys, as long as you show your face first. Coffee, favorite song, favorite food, anything that is my freezer.
I guess that makes it pretty easy.
Hello, Suki.
I get
Nashville, Tennessee. Well, hello, Nashville. You're our neighbor.
Well, your neighbor, not mine.
Well, you know what I meant. It came out that Candace was fetal alcohol syndrome baby. Grandis drank her whole pregnancy. Still no excuse how she treated her children with neglect. Now, let me ask something. I've been wondering about this. Was that an actual thing that came out that was a fact, or because I know that BK is the one that actually started that? Did we ever find out that that was an actual thing, or? Does he may know?
I always thought that was a rumor.
South
April wants to change her favorite drink. It's now 0 sugar Coke.
Oh, wow. Silver Point, Tennessee, Versi. I have never heard of that place. I don't know if you're allowed to change your favorite drink. Yes, yes, we know. You know, he could pass for a 15-year-old. You know, when they're that age, they know everything, they know it all.
Tina, yes, every country, every city, every state should have a Grady Judd.
Yes, they should. Absolutely. I'm 100% Grady Judd for president.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely 100%.
Could you imagine if he was on Summer's case?
Oh, yeah. Well, I
Thank
have
you,
done.
Bercy.
Huh?
Bercy
Oh,
just sent a super chat. I don't know if
thank
you're,
you,
you know,
Mercy. Yeah, I seen it. It slipped up right above the one I had clicked. Thank you, Versi, so much, sweetheart.
Rebecca's from Odessa, Texas. I've actually heard of that one.
Jen put in there, put JD, do that for me. Grady Judd for president 2024.
Gotcha.
I want to get that going, guys. Let's start making that go viral. Me and Duty Ron was talking one day on the phone, and we were discussing that we would like to get him in for 2024 as president. Duty Ron's a sweetheart too.
Yes, he is. I love his channel.
I did it. 15, knew everything in the world. Now I'm 65 and do not know a darn thing. I think that goes for all of us, hun.
Mm-hmm.
You love Grady Judd, and you're from over the pond, huh? So all the countries need a few of him. Champagne. Hey, Zero. I didn't see you come in, hon. Champagne's my favorite drink. I only have it on New Year's Eve. Well, if it's your favorite drink, why are you only drinking it once a year? Grady would be a perfect president. I'm telling y'all. He would. We need to get that going. We need to make this right here go viral. Maybe he'll hear tell of it. Maybe he'll run for president.
It'll get passed down the line and he'll run in 2024. I'll take anyone at this point.
He better start putting his chips in if he's wanting to run for 2024.
Hell, I'll run.
Let us know who wins that race, Jen. It sounds like a racetrack next to your house.
I'm going to assume it was probably the single motorcycle that just flew by. Yeah, that was only one making all that noise.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, we can wish and pray and hope.
With any luck, hopefully. But it's starting to seem like that entire bloodline would have to pass away in order for somebody new to get in there.
Right. I think he's got a son. I think his son's name is Bobby or something. So anybody in Hawkins County, y'all need not vote for a Bobby Lawson for sheriff. Joe Clyde Daniels, 5 years old when he went missing in Tennessee, body never found, but his parents went to prison. LE thinks he was taken to a landfill. I didn't know that part. I know they haven't found him yet.
That's something I did want to touch on with you. And since somebody did just bring it up, we can do it right here because it's not anything secret. JLR did a video not too long ago, which, you know, I'm not a fan of him and I don't watch him much. But he did a video where he drove through there and he went to the landfill. And the landfill, they have a picture of Summer on their fence. But once you get inside, there is no cameras. There is nobody monitoring what you're throwing away. So that takes me back to the refrigerator. and everything else. If they
Yeah.
don't monitor what you're tossing, and Don and Candace took a refrigerator, was our baby in there?
I'm pretty sure they check the refrigerators and stuff, even if there's no cameras. There's always, in the landfills here, there's always a person on duty at the landfills. And I don't care what JLR says. What? Yes, I'm still on my show. Hang on a second. Jen, hang on for a second. You take it over for
Okay.
a second.
Yeah, you tell him shush. I don't know if anybody else saw that video with JLR, but that really got me thinking about, could that baby be there if they're not monitoring everything that is brought in?
I know they check large, like, refrigerators and stuff like that, and they make sure that they can't close and stuff like that.
What if she was taken in like a duffel or something?
That I don't know. If they threw it straight in the dumpster, I don't know. Is the rumor true that Marlena is Detective Pruitt's niece? Okay, I can tell you this, Donna. I don't know if it is true. I can tell you what she told me, which was she threatened me with her uncle, who is the detective, the lead detective on the case. And she threatened to have my channel took down if I didn't keep her information off my channel. So I only know of one lead detective on the Summerwells case. So what does that tell you? And Marlena is cousins with everybody up in Ben Hill Holler. So I guess the lead detective on the case would be cousins with everybody up there too. If that helps, sweetheart. Lawson's dad was sheriff for 20 years. I know. I think they all are corrupt. You guys elect a new sheriff. There was a man between his dad that was sheriff, but he only served a half a term, and then something happened to him. They say that he did it to himself, but needless to say that halfway through his term, he passed away. And then Ronnie Lawson got elected in or took over, or however it went. She is a Karen. I don't doubt it one bit. They usually have sections like for appliances, regular trash, etc. Everything but regular trash goes on dumpsters or our dumps. At our dumps, right. They section it off here too. Well, thank you, John. I'm thankful that you just joined. Would you like to come up and have a say? You're more than welcome to. See, from the get-go, they should have turned this case over to FBI or somebody. I agree 100%. I would like to know how Marlena got that information so quick on June 15th about Summer missing. That's been my question from the get-go, and I think that was the part that she didn't want anybody to know. Because, I mean, I still have all the text messages or the comments from her Facebook post that day. I have them on my computer. I've just not slowed down long enough to go through the mundane part of reading each and every one of them. But the only thing that I seen that stuck out to me was the simple fact that 15 minutes from the time the rescue squad put that information out on the internet, within 15 minutes, she had it on her Facebook page along with the milk jug picture. And that picture that she had was a picture of somebody else holding the phone with that picture on it. And I think that's the part that she didn't want out there.
I still think there's more players in this game than we know about. Some of them haven't been brought to light yet. Some of them are still hiding because they don't want to be involved and link themselves to Don and Candace.
Right. We're talking a little bit about anything John, pretty much just anything that has to do with Summer's case or missing children, just whatever you want to talk about, hon. Basically, it's pretty much, I mean, there's times that we have a direct line of attack that we talk about on the show, but mainly we get off on all kinds of subjects. And I'm assuming that's what people like here, is because they do have the right to come up and just talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Even if we do start out with a direct topic like we intended to do today, we kind of wander off, but leave it within the same general area of discussion.
I will drop the link, and if anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome. You just have to show your face. I can't handle getting bombed again, guys.
Yeah, no pee bombing.
I think anything is possible. And I have so many thoughts, and my opinion has changed several times. Mine too, April. I mean, you just never know. You really don't. And just like the boom, Jody Sue and Andy, not a peep, right?
Yeah, a lot of people have decided over the past, 2 weeks, have gone silent.
Well, hello, Rebecca. I didn't see you come in, hon. What do you mean when you say come in? Come up on panel. Did I say come in or come up? Okay, you grab the link out of the chat. I'll drop it again. All you got to do is touch it, and then it'll walk you through the steps of coming up on panel, like where Jen's at, so that people can hear what you have to say. Cardi Bourne, right? Hello. Glad to see you here. Susan Daughtry. Does anyone know about these alarms placed 110? What kind were they placed? What date? Who placed them? Senior, are they linked to the trail cams they placed? Listen. Okay, we got a crap. If I blocked the wrong user, guys, I'm sorry. I was trying to block that one dude. Jen, you got him?
I was going to him and you got him first.
Okay.
My finger was right there.
Sheriff Ronald Lawson said there's no drug problem in Hawkins County. Yeah, right, Lawson. You're lying. Absolutely.
He also said that Ben Hill was not a drug corridor.
Thank you, Shalima. I don't want none of that crap in here. Thank you, Cheryl. Well, I got some good people in here, don't I?
Yes, ma'am. It's the kind of peoples we need in here.
There's also a huge dump site on the neighboring property and wasn't searched by LE. There was a question that we were reading when all that happened. Does anybody know what it was? Can we discuss the big party that the Wells had before Summer went missing? Who was there? Do they know anything? Honey, I don't know for a fact that there was. I know I heard about it. I heard that Jody Sue and them were over there at that party. I heard that there was a possibility that Hunter was at that party, and that's why he was supposedly still asleep when Candace showed up that morning, why he was so tired. And then if you think about the fact that Marlena's daughter had to go home early that night, I mean, because something horrible happened or something bad happened, I don't know. You're still stuck on the accident cover up?
Mm-hmm. I've honestly thought that since day one.
They know what goes on in that county. Sure, they all turn a blind eye. I'm sure they do, honey. That house was a flop house, and they had many savory characters up there. Well, there was one lady that was on somebody's panel back when this first started and said that her daughter, who was a transient, had stayed there. Her and some guy that she was traveling with. Okay. When I drop the link, John, grab the link, touch it, and then it should give you instructions of how to go through getting up here. If we can't do it this evening, tomorrow, I'll walk you through it myself, okay? But you'll have to send me an email so I can get a hold of you, or so you can get a hold of me. And
Well, that was unexpected.
What?
Have you heard anything about the interview room coming out with anything?
Where do you see that? No, I haven't heard anything.
I just got notification breaking down a new phone call with Don Wells, Summer Wells case, the interview room.
Oh yeah, I seen that earlier. I don't know what it's about. It's probably another one of his phone calls that he had stashed where he had conversation with Dawn. Things are running low, so he's needing to come out with information about something. Since Jody Sue went to Holston Valley, does anyone know if Jody knew Leslie or the rest of her family? How well, and if they were friendly? That I don't know. Thank you, Shalima. Thumbs up, guys, please. It helps the channel. John, were you still not able to do it? I agree with you. There are 3 people. I'm not either.
I'm kind of hit or miss with him. Some days, depending on what the conversation's about, I'm fully engrossed. And then there's other days that I listen for 5 minutes, turn him off, and get annoyed.
Right. But if it was an accident, why did the search and rescue dogs stop at Jody Sue's feet? I just hope and pray that this baby is found one way or another. Okay, Kathy, I addressed this with somebody else earlier today, and I'm not being hateful or mean. Don't think I am. But the plain and simple fact is, how do we know that the dogs stopped at Jody Sue's feet? Did we hear law officials say this happened? The only person that I know of that said that it happened was Jody Sue herself. And that's like Dawn saying, somebody abducted my child. I mean, he can say it all day long. Does that mean we're going to believe it? Jody Sue can say the dog stopped at her feet all she wants. But unless we have the person that was actually handling that dog tell us this is true, take it for what it's worth. Exactly. Lawson said for everybody to search their own property. Does anyone know Billy's last name? The one who spent time on Dishner. It's Billy Dishner. Dishner. I did a video on him and Marlena. The name of it's Who Was There? Are you the one working on the missing girls in South Africa? Hello, Aletta. Glad to see you here, hon. And if he is the one that's working on the missing girls, I would love to know it. And I don't take it as you being rude, honey. Never think that. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it, hon. I just get agitated sometimes, and I don't mean to come across. I was evidently being hateful to my son earlier and wasn't meaning to be. It was just really hot, and I really didn't feel good today. Well, I want to know, WTH is a lot of info being held. I mean, BK Prob has ton of info. No one should be allowed to hold any info in this case. They do it for clicks and views, money on poor little Summer's name. Oh, well, honey, I can almost guarantee you that's going towards a book or a movie deal. The same as a bunch of other ones, if you know what I'm talking about. Don is and was one of our top detectives in SA. Don, you mean John? He's not the one, hun. Oh, well, thank you. You're silly, Jen. You know I do. You get to hear the real me.
But even the real you, even on the phone, doesn't come off as rude.
I wonder why the hospital didn't test Candace for drugs when she had her babies. 7 children. She doesn't have custody of any of them. But Jody Sue isn't her real name, right? I thought Jody Sue was her name. Evidently, it's either Jody Ann Brown or Jody Sue Ann Brown. I'm not real sure. Hello, Ruby. How are you today, hon? Hi, Charlie K. I
Hi,
remember
Charlie.
that story too. They said they would jump trains and coming there, then leave. I always figured somebody might have took Summer on that train, right? But what it was that the daughter was at the mom's house and the mom was invested in the case of Summer's case, and the daughter had made the statement or something that she knew those people. Talking about the Wells. Seen posts about Candace giving up child immediately after being born. Maybe she was drug tested. That was the little girl she had between Candace the third and her oldest son with Dawn. I'm not going to say his name. I'm sorry, Ruby. Thank you for being here with us, sweetheart.
Hi, Ruby. I didn't see you jump in either.
Has anybody seen Ashley Sands lately?
I have not seen her pop up. Oh,
Well,
Kathy, I have the same thing going on, Kathy. Kathy said that she has RBF. She has RBF condition, and people say that she looks mad or rude. I get that all the time, people telling me to smile. So I bought a t-shirt that says, please don't tell me to smile.
She wears a new top every time she is on her channel. I didn't even know she was being on live. I don't watch her channel. I mean, I know creators are on here to earn money. Some of us, this is our basis of financial stability, but I'm not about to give Candace a red cent. I'm not even going to give her the opportunity to get a red cent from me.
Okay. Nana, John said that he has to go eat dinner, so he has to leave, and he probably won't be getting back on YouTube tonight. But when do we think is the next time that you'll be on? What, next Thursday for live?
Yes. Next Thursday
5 o'clock.
for a fact. For a fact, John.
Every Thursday like clockwork. You can count on Nana.
Thank you for coming, John. We appreciate it. Then there was a dog filmed running back across from Jody Sue's with a little shoe in its mouth.
But again, isn't that still just a rumor? It has not been confirmed.
No, that's filmed. They've got that on a video.
That on film, I didn't see that one. I know I saw Don go down the dog trail and somebody said that the dog came back with a shoe, but I didn't see that. So I'm sorry. I thought that was still just a rumor.
I don't know if she got her tubes tied after Summer was born or not. There's been rumors that she's had another kid after Summer. Lord only knows, honey. There was another creator that had a video that he put out, and he said that I watched this video. In Summer's dog Lucky came across the street with the shoe in his mouth when the searchers were there. I had not seen that.
I don't know. If Candace had her tubes tied, she could still accidentally get pregnant. They just need to sterilize her.
Yes, they do.
Take everything that can reproduce out. Get it gone.
After giving up custody of her first two children, Candace should have been fixed then. I agree.
Well, technically, she didn't give up custody of the first two. They took them, right?
No,
but then there was,
no,
then there
no.
was one in the middle.
They gave her the opportunity to either surrender them or they were going to take them. And she surrendered them.
Okay, see, I learned something new every day.
Whoever filmed it caught the dog and dropped the camera downward real fast. Could barely see it, but it was there. Huh.
I'll have to go back and look for that. Because
Granted,
now I feel like I sound stupid because I thought those two pieces were rumor.
Ruby, as far as I know, she's supposed to be staying with a friend also. She's not up there either. I know she wasn't up there when Ernie went up there to feed the dogs the other day.
Everybody on the hill got gone.
The video.
But I honestly think at this point, Candace is hiding from anybody that wants to talk to her, including law enforcement, Ernie, anybody. TBI, FBI.
It was on Mystery Angels where she saw the dog with the shoe. She is weak, too violent, males and monsters. I knew what you meant, hon. Hello,
Yeah,
English Mastiff. Good to see you here, hon. I watched a video last night on YouTube, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say another channel's name on here, but it was very interesting. You certainly can. We just do not bash any other channels. We don't say anything bad about channels, and we do not talk about minor children's in a bad way, okay? So, yeah, you can put the name of the channel up. And my link person, she's not here tonight, or she'd be dropping the links for all these channels.
Yeah,
So
we're missing Christola, Tennessee Rose, Single Mom,
Lisa Renee. Anybody, if a channel is mentioned in this chat, please go check them out. Subscribe to them, no matter what channel it is. Okay, guys?
Yeah, Christola's our link girl. She's always putting the links for all the channels.
I heard she put a baby up for adoption. I thought maybe Don had the good sense not to keep a girl because he has no self-control about abusing girls. No, he was the one that was fighting with Candace. Candace wanted to give Summer away, and he was fighting with her to keep her.
Because Candace didn't want girls, right?
Right.
Maybe she had the good sense to know that she couldn't trust Don around girls.
Yes, Kathy, I got it. I thought I answered it, sweetheart. Maybe I didn't, but I thought I did. But yes, it came in today, and I will get that out soon, okay? I promise. Hello, Terry M. Good to see you here, hon. Thank you, Rockin' Robin. She got Mystery Angels channel up.
Thank you, Robin. I'm not good with those links.
I know you're here, Shalima. I just didn't know if you had any links to all these channels or not. talks about where DNC and BK in the wall lady and TM were all using this as a money-making tool and that they had proof that they all knew each other from years ago. Oh, really? And that channel would be Jody Sue talked about herself and other neighbors calling CPS on 110 multiple times, right? Does anyone know what specifically each call she refers to pertains to? No, the only CPS call that I know of that was made was one from Sherry, Allie's mom, and Allie's oldest daughter, and it was about the shower deal. Where the oldest daughter saw Summer coming out of the shower with Dawn. Right, I agree. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Yeah. Candace has lost 7 children. Hope the 6 are happy somewhere. Well, from what I understood, Andrew wanted to meet with her and speak with her, and she said she didn't want to have anything to do with him. That's her oldest child. I think it started with the phone, and then it was Ernie.
And then I think, wasn't it Candace Jr., not Grandis, not Candace, but Candace Jr., that had at some point during all of this in the last 11 months put out a private message on Facebook from Candace with Candace wanting to try, or she was trying to get in contact with Candace, and Candace totally blew her off.
Yes. Candace 3 blew off Candace 2, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she's fed up with her. Yeah. Just say 1, 2, and 3. That's easier. Thank you, Robin, for putting Miss Doolittle's link out there. Everybody, please go to Miss Doolittle's channel and subscribe.
Robin's on the ball tonight.
Boy, she is. Who is this? Oh, it's Miss Ruby's channel. Sorry, I can't remember to say your whole name, Ruby. Could it be possible that Candace's oldest daughter is saying no in the truck? No, she's never been to Tennessee, I don't believe. Ever. She is never, I don't think she's ever even seen her mother face to face.
Not since she was a baby.
I get confused as to why Sherry got charged, but nobody else did, as the story Leslie tells only confuses me more. I don't know, and I don't understand how Sherry got charged, and nobody, she has custody of at least one of Allie's kids, and Allie's grandmother has custody of 1 or 2 of her kids. Hello, Dragon Moose. Everybody, I would like you to know that my intro for my videos, the music part of it, this lady right here is the one that wrote that, and she played the music. So please give some love to Miss Dragon Moose. She is absolutely wonderful. I love that music. And Miss Ruby's channel, this is what Miss Ruby's channel is called, guys. Loose Lips also said she has photos of 423 Chase and Andy's mom, and that, yes, Jody Sue knew him before Summer. I think the photo was took in 2019. Also, a person who knows Jody Sue and Andy said that they knew him before. Wow. Watching Ashley Judd talk about how Naomi passed is heartbreaking. I bet it is, honey. It's heartbreaking for anybody to lose their mother. Dragon Moose, you're getting all kinds of compliments, sweetheart. I'm glad to see you back. I hadn't seen you here in a while. She's on good terms with Dawn's stepkid. It's not Dawn's stepkids. It's Candace's stepkids. It'd be Dawn's real kids. Donald the third and Maggie or Margie or whatever her name is. Yeah.
I think it's Margie. If I remember correctly from Don saying that he was proud of her for not getting all worked up about her essay issue.
Right.
Taking it like a champ, I think is what he said.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She took it like a champ. Yeah.
You're in the middle of moving. Well, good luck, sweetheart. Am I allowed to say who the creator of that video with the shoe? Yes, absolutely, Terry. Featuring Don B and Sweet Tea. Is that his latest video? He wasn't supposed to put it out yet.
I haven't seen him put out a video yet today.
He was supposed to do it on his way home.
Well, what he's supposed to do and what he actually does are two totally different things. I had to yell at him last night for his seatbelt.
Right, he said something about that. Jody Sue spoke about catching Don 3 on 110 at one point and Don having to explain. Hang on one second, guys.
I don't know where she was going with that, so we'll just wait for her to come back. Gonna start putting that woman on a timer when she leaves me.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Anyways, I was saying Jody Sue spoke about catching Don 3 on 110 at one point and Don having to explain that his son is there. Any truth there? How often, if ever, did Don's son visit? I know he was there in early June. He was there. There are pictures of him and the oldest son, Candace's oldest son, or Don and Candace's oldest son together at one of the places, I believe in Pigeon Forge, one of the distilleries or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he was there. And in the early days of the case, he was actually one of the people that everybody was looking at. Absolutely, 100%. And they had to, they finally had to rule him out because they did verify that he was in another state when she technically went missing. There was also another guy up there that was staying that was supposed to have been Grandis's cousin or nephew or something, but they thought it was her boyfriend at the time. And they had to prove that he was gone by the time Summer went missing too. And I don't know why we have never heard anything else about him either. I believe Dawn's sister Sonia has lots of information about everything, but will never tell. I think she is evil. Well, I've got a piece of information. If anybody out there, I don't have the capability of doing this, guys. And if anybody else is out there that has the ability or has the ranking to do it, the video that I did where I got the information that there was a possibility that Dawn and Candace stayed in that shelter in Boone, North Carolina, not Boone County. I've recently found out that the lady that runs that shelter, her name is Sonia. And I would like to know if that's Dawn's sister because she lives in North Carolina. I believe she lives near Boone, North Carolina. And if anybody out there knows how to find out that information, I would love to know. I'm not asking you to do it, but I am asking you to tell me how to do it. Anyway, I was young when I was Oh man, Zero, I'm so sorry. I wish God had given Summer to me instead of Candace. Oh, honey. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. There's a live sometime today or tonight with an interview with the person who chased after Jody Sue's son running through CW and Dewoods and down the road. I know who's having the live. If y'all don't know, we do not know, and we wouldn't mind you putting it out here. It's okay. Yes, Sonia is his blood sister. Oh, it was last night. I know she was supposed to have been, Cam was supposed to have been doing the interview. Chris Marco is the name. Wow. That's fine. You can just, the name of the channel's fine, hun. Nana is a hero for answering so truthfully and promptly. I will definitely be following more. Well, thank you, Susan. Honey, I'm just doing what I expect. When I go on somebody's channel or on their live or even in the comment section of a video that they put out, I expect to be heard. If I make a statement, I expect them to read the statement and at least give me a thumbs up and say, hey, okay, I've read it. If not, at least answer me. Give me some indication that you heard what I said. And because for some reason that never happens, I do not want to be one of those channels. I want my people to know that I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm reading your statements. I'm reading your comments. And there's a lot of times that I have to answer the same way to a lot of people, but it's a lot of statements to answer, guys.
When Nana says that she reads every comment, believe me, she literally reads every comment.
Yeah, because no matter who's on the phone, I'll read it to them.
Yep. And she does her best to answer. And if there's times that she can't answer, I try to answer for her with what I know she would say. Or she can turn around and tell me, Jen, shut up.
No, I do not.
I didn't say that you did. I said you could.
Oh, okay. The campsite that Cam found, I don't know if there was any children that lived at that house, or the simple fact that how many of you guys that live out in the country that you would be able to do, well, even the people that live in town, you have a little fire pit thing that you sit on your patio. Well, for the people that live in the country, we have fires in our backyards where if you have small children, you take them out, you let them roast weenies, you let them roast marshmallows, or if it's just adults in the house, you have some friends over, you go out and you build you a barn or build you a fire in the backyard. You sit around the backyard by the fire, drink you a couple of beers. That's what I think that was. I don't think it was an actual campsite. I'm sorry. And if that was a campsite and it's supposed to be suspicious, they better start looking at probably every 3 houses out of 6 in Tennessee as being suspicious. And Cam is supposedly from the country, and he ought to know that. Thank you, Marie. Sorry, guys. I get off on a tangent and I start running my mouth and I forget what I'm doing. Cracking Cases was on Crime Crazy Critters on the farm panel last night. Okay. I seen that. I walked in today and my dog was watching it. I flipped it off. Didn't I, Jen?
Yep, sure did.
Because it said allegedly across the bottom of it real big.
Here's something on for the dogs.
They had allegedly across the bottom of the screen, and I walked in, I was talking to Jen, and I'm like, I had no clue allegedly had a damn channel. And she's like, I didn't either. But it was, and it was Cow Lady and her channel. We live in the city and have fires in the backyard all the time. Exactly.
All right, Nana, be right back. Got to get a soda.
Gotcha. Yes, Nana, we all have an opinion. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetheart. And I agree. And everybody, I mean, maybe not every live show can everybody get up here and say what they've got to say, but you all at least know you're welcome to have a say, even if it differs from what I think. I still respect what you think and your right to have that opinion. I mean, if you think Candace is innocent, okay, I agree. You have the right to think that. I may not agree with you, but I'm not going to bash you and tell you you're wrong because you feel that way. I mean, that's just the way it is. Everybody has a right, just like everybody has a right to their own religion and political beliefs and everything else. It don't make you a lesser person. It just makes you human and different from me. I mean, everybody has to be different, or else it'd be a very boring, boring life. Does anyone know anything more about SDA flock lux that Robin Lane and Demora speak of? Often, how often did they happen? Um, it was supposed to, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, it was supposed to happen at least on Saturdays, at once a week. They would go to different people's houses and have a luncheon. And now I do remember the preacher saying that if say Don and Candace didn't show up for one Saturday event at the church, that would be fine. But if they didn't show up twice, then the church people would go to their house and find out why they weren't in church. And I mean, that would be okay every once in a while, but I couldn't imagine having to worry about not showing up for church, 3 weekends in a row. And then what are they going to do? Descend on my house just because I'm not at church? You're headed over to that live stream? Well, I would say come back and let us know what it said, but check out Sunset's comment. Okay, hang on.
All right, Nana, I'm back.
Okay, babe. Could it be Sonia Justin Wells in Lenore, North Carolina, 22 miles from Boone? It very well could be, sweetheart. That's probably her. I would love to find out. Hang on, let me write that name down. I would love to find out if she is the person over that shelter. There's no other way for me to verify whether or not they were in that shelter or not. And everybody is still asking me about that. And with shelters is like CPS, you and kids, if it's about any of those, you ain't getting nowhere. Unless you're you're a social worker or something like that. Thank you, Sunset. Thank you so much, hon. I agree with you, Nana, about the fires in the yard, but this one was located straight up on top of the mountain, very hard to get to, and the owner claimed he didn't even know. Okay, then, and I'm not just trying to come up with reasons, guys, I promise. But if you're asking my opinion, then that was a bunch of kids that was going up there doing something they weren't supposed to be doing, and they were hiding in the woods to do it. Or it could have been a bunch of druggies going up there to have a private place to do whatever. Do I think that it had anything to do with Summers getting gone? No, I don't. I mean, why would they build a fire? It's not like they could stick around. I mean, they had no clue where the searchers were going to go. And surely to goodness, they knew when they called the law and said, hey, we got a missing kid. They knew that searchers were going to be out combing those woods. So, no, I don't think it had anything to do with Summer's disappearance. What did Charlie know? Charlie, what'd you know? Well, I'm nosy, and now I can't find it. There it is. I heard, and don't quote me on this, but the church was or is interested. Yeah, they supposedly were supposed to be taking over the property this past spring. Don had either leased it to them or rented it to them or something, and they were going to be building a community up there. Hi, Pansy.
Sorry, Nana, I'm here. I'm listening. I was just having hubby tie my hair up in a ponytail.
You're fine.
So I didn't think everybody wanted to hear our discussion. So
Nana of 11. Well, Pansy, that's awesome. I've only got 7, but Nana of 7 was already took.
oh, I only have 5.
I think there's Nana of 7 and Nana of 5 and Nana with 2 ends, and there's a bunch of Nanas.
But mine don't call me Nana. Mine call me Grammy.
Nana, do you believe the footprints? If so, do you think they were Summers and from June 15th? Okay, once again, if you're asking my opinion, guys, and like I said, by no means am I trying to rule things out, but from my common sense, I ran these woods when I was 5 years old. I ran the woods barefooted, and never in my life do I ever remember leaving footprints. Listen, walk out into the woods. If you're around any woods, walk out into the woods under the trees. What do you find on the floor, on the ground? You find pine needles, you find twigs, you find dried leaves, all kinds of debris is on the ground. Now, even if it was wet, how can a footprint of a 40-pound little girl, how can you get a footprint if you have to make the footprint through all of that debris that's already on the ground? Now, if it's just plain mud out from under the trees, the next time it rains and you got a muddy spot next to your house or something, go take your hand and put it flat with just your hand on that mud and lift it up. And tell me if you see a handprint. I tried it out here behind my sister's house next to the woods with just a muddy spot, and it had been raining for 3 or 4 days. You could not tell my hand was even there. So you tell me how they got a footprint from a 40-pound kid on top of the debris that's on the ground in the woods. I can't see it happening, and every person I've questioned says the same thing I say. It's not possible.
I don't see that happening. And I'll tell you what, next time it rains here, which is going to be this weekend, I'm going to go out in the field behind my house and I'm going to stick my hand right in the mud.
Video it so that we can all see.
I'm going to. I was planning on it.
Marie, are you leaving, hon?
I can guarantee that handprint disappears almost instantly.
See you next time, sweetheart.
Bye, honey.
Okay, you're welcome. It might be a mistake, though. I searched for Wells, but it returns Sonia Wiles. I do see a Sonia Renee Wells, 45, in Castle Hayne, North Carolina. The other one didn't say how old she was, huh? Sonia Renee. I don't even know if she goes by Wells or if she's got a married name. But 45, I don't know if that'd be right. He's 50. He's 58.
I thought Don's sister was older than her, though. Or older than him.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I know it would help to know her middle name, honey, but I don't have a clue what it is. Castle Hayne. Thank you, Sunset. You used to live in Castle Hayne? Many, many moons ago. You're sounding like you're old or something, Robin, and you're not. That's what you were hoping I would say. Thank you. I'm at least thinking that you're talking to me, right? I'm sorry, guys. I just don't. If there's any sand by a creek, it would a print without the debris. Right. But there's no sand next to our creeks. We have clay mud in Tennessee. Sometimes you might get rich, like fill dirt, but more than likely is clay mud. Slate rock.
And my grandson seems to think every rock he picks up is slate.
Really?
Yep, every rock. It doesn't matter if it's sparkly and shiny or flat and soft or whatever. Everything is slate rock.
You're in Tennessee also, English? What part of Tennessee are you from? And if you know of, oh, well, now I do take that back, but it was shipped in Polk County. They have a beach 26 miles. It's 26 miles up on top of a mountain. They have a beach, but they hauled all that sand in.
Oh, Ruby says that she wishes we were privy to what the boys have said that say happened.
Yeah, I wished we were too, hon.
Even if and when this all comes out, we will probably never get the facts or what the boys have said because they're minors and it can't be used in court.
All right, Jen, it's my turn to run and grab a cigarette. So you hold the fort down for a minute.
Gotcha. But no, unfortunately, because all of the boys are minors, nothing they actually say can be used in court, if it ever even goes to court. And at this point,
Hold up, Jen. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say that you're wrong, hon, but that is wrong. They will take those kids into court. Those kids will testify in court about what happened.
They won't do that here.
In Tennessee, they do.
Yep. In Ohio, if you're a minor, anything that you've said cannot be admissible in court. I mean, unless it's something that, a child comes out and says, I saw mommy pew pew sissy and drag her to the woods. I mean, if it's something that tragic, then they can use that. As long as the child, I want to say, is over 12, they have to be of a certain age. But if it's just something as simple as, I saw mommy whip sissy with the belt, it can't be admissible. I mean, it's got to be something that can be proven for fact instead of just a child that could make something up for attention or for any other reason.
If you will go look up the Joe Clyde Daniels case, that boy, his older brother, was 8 years old when it happened. And like they said, there's no body, no nothing, right? No evidence, nothing.
Oh, I believe you. That's just not how they do that here.
Right. And that baby at 11 years old was allowed to testify in court about what he saw. And that's what got the mom and the dad put in prison.
Isn't it strange how we're just a couple states apart and things are so different?
Yes, it is. Hold up. Let's see. Does anyone know when Fred spoke of seeing Andy B on the 15th around 3 p.m. if there is any truth there? Not being able to get around him, going up and down the Wells driveway, etc. I remember hearing something about somebody seeing him, but I did not know it was Fred. And no, I do not know if it's the truth, honey. I'm sorry. I will try to find out, but I don't know if it's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I don't know, April. They used Clyde Daniels' brother. He actually testified in court. They just didn't show his face. And they also used his when he was, I won't say interrogated, but when the child guidance counselor or whatever they're called, social worker, interviewed him, like the day that it happened or the day after, when they took him in and he'd seen the psychiatrist or the psychologist, they also used those videotapes in court as well. And he was only 8 then, but he was 11 when they went to court over it. And I mean, I'm sorry, I always say this, but I did a video on that. So, and it shows him testifying in court and on the videos, because I was showing how they would interview the Wells boys. Right? They could do it via video camera. But this was in 2021. It was July when, 2021, when his dad got convicted of life sentence. Joe Clyde's dad. And that was, so the world sickness wasn't even having a problem with it. He was still in court. Well, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. And no, I don't really know that I'm helpful. I know that I'm truthful. I've been known to be truthful to a fault when it comes to myself. I have no reason to lie to you all. I'm not making bukus of money from this. Trust me, guys. Since I started my channel, which was early January, I got monetized the 14th of March. At this point in time, I have literally earned maybe $600. What I have actually received in cash money is $198. So I'm not getting rich off this case, by no means. I have no reason to lie or make stuff up or exaggerate the truth. I try to tell you how I honestly think and what I honestly feel about things. And sorry if other people don't like it.
I can promise you all, this woman is truthful to a fault.
Thank you, April. I've tried to raise my kids to be honest people. I mean, come on, guys. My kids were early adults and they did something foolish as far as maybe drug-wise or something. And they had to go to, I would tell them, you have to tell the doctor everything that you have possibly done, or else they cannot help you. So, I mean, I even forced my kids to tell the truth to their doctors. I mean, I can't handle somebody that lies. It just burns me up.
You and me both.
Thank you, Susan. Truthful in and of itself is the biggest help anybody could possibly ask. Well, true. All I can do is try to be honest and stuff. I don't know how much help that is finding Summer.
Now, Charlie, I've said the same thing to her a million times, that as long as I've been in here, I have not once ever heard her ask. Just watch the video all the way through, like, share, subscribe, follow, which keeps her channel in the algorithm, which then helps her out. But she has not once come out and physically asked anybody for a penny. Hi, Gemma.
And I want, hello, Gemma. Thank you, April. I appreciate that. That's me. Well, my mom always taught me, Charlie, if you will lie, you will do anything. Because if you're willing to lie, then you do something else, then you're willing to lie to cover that up. And as long as you can lie to cover it up, then you'll keep doing the other bad stuff. Well, thank you, Charlie. Oh, thank you, Robin. That's right, Kathy. I mean, I do say if y'all want to support the channel, go watch older videos. And in the description box, I put if y'all want to help the channel, and I give my information. But I thought somebody might come on here today asking for money. And I told Jen, I can't do that. I can't allow that. If I'm not going to ask people for money myself, I'm not going to allow other people to come on here and guilt my viewers into handing over their. I seen on a channel today that I was watching, and I'm not saying anything bad about people or their channels, but I saw a woman on there that said that she was a single parent home with children and she only had one job, but that she would take and make weekly payments to help this person out that was raising money. Jen, you know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And that broke my heart. That people will get on here and take advantage of people who have it just as bad, if not worse, than the people wanting the money. I mean, yeah, if you've got bukus of money out here, you got, millions of dollars or whatever, and you want to silly throw it away, give it away, whatever, yeah, throw it my way. But I'm not going to ask hardworking people who are trying to scrape by just like I am to give me their money. That's ridiculous. Sorry, I get on France. You guys know that. Better get used to it. That's me. There was a four-wheeler in those pictures. Yeah. Exactly, Kathy. That's the point. If you got money you're just wanting to give away or throw away, then yeah. I mean, come on. We've seen these other channels where there's a woman, not to be gross or crude or rude, but there's a woman on YouTube that sells her flatulence, and people are paying $500 to $1,000 for a bottle of it. If you're that stupid, yeah, throw money my way. You ain't gonna, I ain't gonna do nothing stupid like that, but
I mean, I've been here for quite a while, I think, and I have not ever been able to physically give to you just because you know the situation we're in, and I feel like crap because I can't.
There is nothing. I don't want anybody to feel bad. I promise you. I promise you. Sadly, the ones that really don't have it help others. The ones that have it turn their nose up for most part. And that is the God's honest truth. April, I've said that forever, honey. And you know why it is the people that don't have it that give? It's because they know what it's like not to have it. And they want to help. We thank you. We have a blast. You should come to Nana's house.
I'll tell you what, it was, I want to say the first winter that my husband and I moved into this house, we had just ran up to the corner store, last $10 to our name until payday, and there was one of the local homeless guys walking down the street just freezing. Stopped, gave him our last $10, didn't care what he did with it. Could have walked down to McDonald's, got a coffee or a meal. Could have walked into the corner store and got his liquor. Didn't care. He needed it, and the liquor maybe kept him warm for that night. I mean, he's since passed because that was 9 years ago, but
guys, I have always tried to teach my kids to give if they've got it. I lived in Denver, and I'm not talking about nobody. But that almost living in Denver around those people up there, because you will have to understand, I worked at 7-Eleven, and we had a lot of homeless people come in, and those homeless people really want to be homeless. There was a gentleman come in dressed nice, he was going to work or whatever, taking his lunch break, and he bought his lunch, and then he bought a banana and a big Supreme sandwich and whatever else. And I asked him, did he want me to put it all in a bag? And he's like, no, put this in a bag, but keep this separate. So it was the stuff he was giving away that he kept separate. And he took it out there. And I mean, we're talking, it was like a $7 sandwich plus all the other stuff he got for him. And no sooner could that man have handed that stuff to that man and walked off, that homeless guy walks in and wanted to return the food and get the money back so he could buy him some liquor. I refused. I was like, if that man wanted you to have liquor, he'd have handed you the money. He wanted you to have food, so take it and run with it. I think I would just love to sit down, Nana, drink a glass of wine, and just talk like good friends do. Robin, we can do that anytime, honey. We may have to do it on FaceTime, but we can do that anytime, or we can go have lunch one day. You live close enough. I would love to sit down with all of you guys and just have a one-on-one conversation with you. And to be honest, I really would.
That's what I just typed back to Robin, that we all just need to meet up at Nana's.
Yep. One day I'll have a big enough house and we'll do that. Or I'll win the lottery and we can just rent us a big convention center. That is so true, Charlie. I mean, granted, money makes life a little bit easier for all of us. But if you've got your health, you have your children, you have, your kids are okay. Your parents, if you still have them, which I don't, then you've got the world right there. You don't need money. I mean, other than to eat and stuff. And if you're wise and know how to garden and stuff, you don't even need it for that. You can hunt, grow your food, fish. There's two things in the world you can't live without, and that's your kids and God. And that's the God's honest truth. That would be awesome to have a big convention center and just have a glass of wine or a cup of coffee or a Mountain Dew, guys. Come on. We got to have some people in here that like Mountain Dew.
I do occasionally, but it's got to be super ice cold. Anytime I go to Taco Bell, I get a Mountain Dew because they always have the best Mountain Dew.
At Taco Smell?
Yes, ma'am. Like I can buy a 12-pack of it and it doesn't taste the same. I can buy a 20-ounce, doesn't taste the same. It's something about Taco Bell fountain drinks. It just tastes so good.
Robin, we most certainly will. Robin says, I have a family member that is homeless. And yes, he made that choice. But he does work and he works hard when he works. But can't get it together to get somewhere. Say a prayer for him. We will, most certainly. Jen's a Pepsi drinker too, Charlie. Don't feel bad. And when I take a break from Mountain Dew, I drink Pepsi. Oh, wait.
My husband yells at me because I drink so much soda.
He changed it to Jack Daniels.
Jack and Coke.
We have pepper drinkers in here.
Too
You're
sweet.
welcome, sweetheart.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper's too sweet for me.
Coke, coffee, and wine. I know it's separate, but does anybody know Don's true take on religion, as his mom was LDS and Don switched from Baptist to SDA and gave his reason? Dotson switching is curious as well to me. I don't know. Go ahead.
No, I heard, and mind you, this is allegedly, supposedly, that Don's religion, that was part of his probation, that he had to almost like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Community service.
Yeah, something like that, that he had to join a church. I can't read. I think I know what channel I heard it on, but I'm not going to put it out there because I'm not 100% sure. But I heard that was part of his probation release.
That must have been in Utah or somewhere, right?
I don't know if it was Utah or if it was Tennessee, but his religion is a crock.
It wasn't in Tennessee. I can tell you
No?
that. No. They'll make you do community service in Tennessee, but they're not going to force religion down your throat. Even though we're in the Bible Belt, yes.
Forcing religion, I think he had to, that was just part of the probation. Not that he had to join a church, but something, something along those lines, like maybe a food bank at a church that he had to do community service or for. I don't know exactly what it was, but I do know that I have heard that his whole, Bible thumping and everything is a crock.
Susan says, yes, I heard that as well, but do not believe that he was in churches, no matter which, far too long to be that, it seems. Getting back to the question, I don't know what religion his mom was, if she was LDS or not. From my understanding, his dad is LDS, and with the multiple wives, although his dad don't have multiple wives. And when he came down here, they were Baptist, supposedly. And then they tried out the SDA church and found that it was rooted more in his family religion. He was more used to it. And like Susan said a minute ago, Utah, his heart belongs to Utah. So I don't know, honey. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if Karen Goad is the actual one that wrote that book or not. Right, Sandy. It don't matter because he don't walk that line. But wouldn't the SDA fit his personal religion better? I mean, all they have to do is say they didn't do something wrong and then it don't exist no more.
It sounds like that would fit him better, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the way the SDA church believes. If you've killed somebody in the past, all you got to do is say, okay, well, I'm not guilty of it no more, and they're forgiven of it. Our LDS and the SDA is kind of similar. LDS is a parent of the SDA church. SDA derived from the LDS church, yes. I was homeless in New York for 6 months. I lived in the woods by myself. Now I'm living in Illinois, not homeless anymore. Well, I'm happy for you, Charlie. I'm so glad to hear that. It's not a shame. It's not nothing to be ashamed of to be homeless, especially in this day and time.
Sadly, it happens.
Everybody's having a hard time these days. Don's mom wrote a book about drywalling, and it makes me wonder if she got him his job to begin with, as she seemed to know quite a bit. But it seems she got the job from the Goads. So she was the one that wrote the book, right? So who's getting the royalties off that book? Anybody wonder about that? I
That's
did.
a good question.
Charlie, you should write a book. Zero, I had not heard that. That is very interesting. Don spoke of MGL about what he was teaching his kids about the rapture, etc. Do y'all know that the word rapture does not ever appear in the Bible? Not one time does that word ever appear in the Bible. Yeah, it is. I would like to find out who's getting the royalties. If it's Sonia or her other sister. Does anybody even know what the other sister's name is?
No clue. I know that Sonia is the biological sister, and then Mary and Jeannie are the step, but I don't know.
Well, there's another biological, and then there's another stepbrother, and I think another stepsister. SDA, I read about it, and I don't like it. Sorry, in my opinion, they teach boys and girls separately, and the girls are taught to serve as they are meant to be servants. Right. And the LDS church basically teaches the same thing, except a little bit worse, because they teach they can have more than one.
Well, isn't that the Duggars? Aren't they part of the SDA church? And that's why they had so many kids and they're all subservient, the women?
I don't think the Duggars are SDA. I'm looking it up. Hang on.
I mean, I know it's off topic, but the Duggars are just nuts.
No, they're not. They're Mormon. They're Mormon, not SDA.
My opinion, they're still nuts. Why would you willingly have that many children?
Is Victoria still in here?
I haven't seen her. But my daughter-in-law is Mormon and she is LDS. Because
Well,
I had to ask her when this all started if she was, if her family was SDA, and she said no, LDS.
if anybody sees Victoria, will you let me know? She sent me $10.
Victoria, if you're still in here, thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, April, now see, that agitates me because everybody forgets poor little Jubilee. They had 20 kids, honey. Jubilee just died at birth.
I couldn't do it.
Huh?
I couldn't do it, especially back to back like that.
Well, I don't know. You're not from Tennessee, though, are you?
No.
A lot of people in Tennessee, not nowadays, but back then, had a lot of kids. Back when my mom was having kids. My mom was from Ohio, too, by the way, Jen.
Really?
Yep. Ironton, Ohio.
Small world.
Did Sonia visit 110 or often? Dawn said the cat in the one video was Sonia's cat. It just made me wonder if she ever visited before Summer vanished. I don't know, but that is a good question. That's something we probably all need to look into. Victoria, thank you, sweetheart, so much. Namaste. Thank you, sweetheart. I would like to find out if she was ever up there.
That will definitely be something that we need to start looking for to see if we can find any info on that. Because that's a really good question.
Right. See, now, Kathy, you're from Tennessee, right? Kathy is one of 13. And her dad was Pentecostal and her mom was General Baptist. Thank God it wasn't Southern.
I thought that my dad was nuts when he got remarried and just they started popping out kids left and right, and I ended up with 6 brothers and sisters.
I love you too, Victoria. Thank you, sweetheart. My mom had 10 living kids and 4 miscarriages. And then my brother married into a family that had 14 children, all living. There was 2 of them that were literally, she brought one home from the hospital and went back 9 months later, literally, and had another one.
It sounds like my stepmom. Until her and I got pregnant at the same time, and then she decided that was the last one.
Not necessarily. That only happens if they run it like Michelle Duggar runs her household, honey.
Well, I kind of somewhat agree with that because with my younger 6 brothers and sisters, after my dad got remarried,
Yeah.
I raised all of them but the last one, and then I had my son, and I started feeling like I was raising their last one because they were 4 months apart in age. So I raised mine, and then I raised technically 6 other brothers and sisters.
Well,
Had my granddaughter.
April has 6, she says. Jeez. Granny had 15 kids and they got a TV. She stopped having kids.
That'll do it. Depending on what you're watching on that TV, you might have more kids.
She probably went there when Karen died, you think? Yeah, she would have. Yeah, that would have been her mom. So that makes sense, Gemma. Thank you. I moved to Tennessee, then came back here. I want to go back to Tennessee. Where is here, sweetheart? My family is small and always.
She was in Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys, I'm sorry to say, but we're going to have to start closing up shop. I love each and every one of you, and I greatly appreciate all of you. 100%. And although we didn't get much accomplished tonight, we did get a lot of discussion done. And I've got a few names to look up, too.
And we got some good questions to look for answers for.
Right. Absolutely. Don't forget, guys, next week we're going to do the summer trivia to see how well you have followed the summer case. And some may not like that idea, some might, but that's what we're doing. That is, unless something big breaks before then. Okay? Thank you for my subs. Thank you for my viewers. Thank you to my mods. I have some of the best mods on YouTube. I promise you I do. Victoria, thank you, sweetheart. You didn't have to do that, sweetie. Thank you so much. I love you, girl.
Everyone, please remember, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button on your way out.
Yep. Dragon Moose, thank you again for my intro song, sweetheart. Thank you for being here, sweetie. Bye, wee Scottish Ma. Thank you for being here. And my sister is now getting a channel going, guys. So I've got to rush off and try to help her with hers. So when my sister gets her channel up and going, I want you guys to go check it out. She's not going to be doing summer, okay? She's not doing that's not even the same genre. It's more along the lines of the frogs and the birds and stuff that y'all hear in the background when you're on here. So you would be doing me a great pleasure if you would go check out her channel once we get it up and going. I will see you all in the next video, and I will see you all either Wednesday night or Thursday night. Okay, guys? I love you all. Take care. Hug your kids. Call your parents. Do all that good stuff and pray for all the missing kids, guys. Have a good night.
Night, Nana. Love you.
Night. Love you.